This is going to be an unpopular take. And I have to be honest with you. If I was ranking the things that I want to see the Arizona Cardinals do, one would probably be Will Johnson. That's a guy that I have been bugging for a while now. I want Will Johnson on the Arizona Cardinals. But the more you look at things, the more you see that, damn, he might not fall to this team. And then if you're going number 2, it's probably an edge rusher. 3, probably an offensive lineman. But from what I'm seeing, no one is sticking out in the pass rushing group. No one is sticking out when it comes to the offensive linemen. And wide receivers, if Teteroa McMillan or Matthew Golden fell to 16, I got to be honest with you, it would be very tempting. Because those are blue chip level talents that this Arizona Cardinals team desperately needs to continue to accumulate. The way you win Super Bowls with Kyler Murray as your quarterback is stack the roster Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts style. That's how Kyler Murray is going to win a Super Bowl. But it's not a need. It's just not. Michael Wilson's a very good wide receiver. Greg Dortch, fine number 4. James Conner, obviously Trey McBride, and Marvin Harrison Jr. He's got weapons. So I understand if they just want to write off not taking a wide receiver. I totally get it. But let's talk about it from this angle. You look at some of the players. James Pierce, Walter Nolan, the kid from Michigan whose name is escaping me at this moment right now. And now it's just going to escape me to the point where I need to see who that is. Because at this point, Mason Graham, all these different types of players being mocked to the Arizona Cardinals. And just taking a quick look, Kenneth Grant has been mocked to the Arizona Cardinals 24 times. James Pierce, 23 times. Jalen Walker, 19 times. Walter Nolan, 16 times. Mike Green, 12 times. Derek Harmon, 12 times. And you look at the Arizona Cardinals, who they're bringing in for top 30 visits, it's dominated by pass rushers. It's 1 or 2 offensive linemen, a wide receiver from Arizona, Cam Skattebo, and then it's a lot of edge rushers. So you ask yourself, is there just not a lot of blue chip level talent in this NFL draft? Because everything I'm seeing, and what I don't like to do on social media, is when people are like, oh yeah, I was grinding Walter Nolan's tape. No, you weren't. You were watching YouTube highlights. That's not tape grinding. So what I don't do is, because I value honesty on the show, is I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not sitting here grinding the tape of Walter Nolan, grinding the tape of Mason Graham or Kenneth Grant or whoever it is. Honestly, the only guy's tape who I've actually watched, which is really just all 22 type style of film, is Will Johnson. And damn, do I like what I see. And if that guy falls to 16, you just got to make it happen. But outside of that, because we'll talk about that on Monday, as the NFL draft continues to loom closer, these guys just aren't separating. Outside of obviously an Abdul Carter or a Mason Graham early in the first round. Those are the type of blue chip level talents. But you get down to Kenneth Grant and Jalen Walker and James Pierce and Walter Nolan and Mike Green and on and on and on down the list. Kelvin Banks, Jahad Campbell. These defensive players, I know I just named Kelvin Banks. That's an offensive tackle. That's not a defensive player. Ride with me here. These defensive players that even I'm advocating for the Arizona Cardinals to go to, it seems like they're also going to be available in the middle to late part of the first round draft. So this is something I haven't seen floated out there a ton. If all these players are somewhat close, and James Pierce is close to Walter Nolan, and Kenneth Grant's got a close grade on Walter Nolan, shouldn't the Arizona Cardinals just trade back? I know that I am the person that has continued to say this team needs to keep accumulating talent. If I'm not mistaken, they've got 6 swings at the bat this year. And for those of you that aren't keeping track, that's not a lot. This team needs more swings at the bat. And if there's one thing I know about Monti Ossenfort, man, that dude likes trading back. And you look back at the Paris Johnson trade. Some people, not me, oftentimes look at that trade and say, oh, well, the Cardinals got fleeced in that deal. One team got Will Anderson Jr., and then you forget the Arizona Cardinals got Darius Robinson and Paris Johnson Jr., a blue chip left tackle, which is just as hard, if not harder to find in the NFL draft than an edge rusher. And Darius Robinson, who you don't have to believe, but I watched the guy in training camp when he was healthy. That dude is dominant, and he's going to be dominant this year. It's one of the reasons why I don't think this team needs a edge rusher right away. It's one of the reasons why I'm like, well, Darius Robinson, Dalvin Tomlinson, Calais Campbell, Josh Sweat. They've got dudes on the defensive line. I don't think it's imperative that they go and get a defensive lineman. It's why I've advocated for Will Johnson. It's why I've at times advocated for an offensive tackle. It's why at times I've advocated, kind of barely, for Matthew Golden or Teteroa McMillan. Because for some reason, Teteroa McMillan is falling in the draft, and I just don't understand that. People are like, oh, he doesn't like to watch film. I don't care what my wide receivers do. Quarterbacks, yes. That triggered me with Kyler Murray. Wide receivers, I don't really care what they do. Catch the football. It's not as important to me. But I think ultimately what you're looking at, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about, is that I think Monti Ossenfort is seriously going to think about trading back as well. This is the under the cover take that I don't think a lot of people are putting out there as a real potential for this to happen for the Arizona Cardinals. And that is simply this. Monti Ossenfort, he likes to trade back. We've seen him do it last year in the second round, ended up getting Max Melton. We've seen him done it 2 years ago. We've seen him do it 2 years ago. Paris Johnson Jr., he still gets him, a blue chip level left tackle, and they get Darius Robinson the next year with a first round pick. So you ask yourself, if all these guys are rated kind of equal, it doesn't seem like anyone is separating from the group. Could I still get a James Pierce at 20? Could I still get a Kenneth Grant at 20? Could I still get a Jalen Walker at 20? It looks like to me, from mock drafts, from grades, that a lot of these guys not going in the top 7 picks are very closely graded. So if I could get more swings at the bat, I'm not saying I'm necessarily against it. It's not me here advocating for a trade. All I'm saying is with 6 swings at the bat, I would like the Arizona Cardinals to have more attempts to hit one out of the park. Not necessarily in the 7th or 6th round, but can I accumulate another 3rd round pick, another 2nd round pick? These are the kind of things I think you think about if you're Monti Ossenfort, where he said yesterday 95% of his mock or of his big board is complete. They're going to conduct mock drafts. They're going to go through everything. And I think what they're going to see while doing the practice mock drafts and getting ready for the draft and finalizing their big board is, damn, these pass rushers that are likely going to fall to us, these 5 to 6 guys, they're all kind of graded the same. Offensive tackle, kind of graded the same. Why don't we just see what we could fetch on the open market? Could we trade back to 21, to 20, to 2022? Accumulate another 3rd round pick, maybe even a 2nd round pick if you're lucky, a 3rd and a 5th round pick, and get more swings at the bat. And I know for some reason people have some issue or take issue with Monti Ossenfort. Yeah, that ain't me, man. I love what Monti Ossenfort does for this team. And over the last 2 drafts, he's done a pretty damn good job. And it's always like, oh, you want to critique him? Do you remember Steve Keim's drafts? And so the one thing I want for Monti Ossenfort is continue to have swings at the bat. Because when he does is he makes the most of those swings at the bat. So if I'm advocating for 1 guy or 2 guys or 3 guys if I'm Monti Ossenfort, maybe it's just better to trade back, accumulate assets. I got to be honest with you, it's not the flashiest thing. It's not the thing I'm necessarily rooting for. But if it happens, I think I would get it. I really think I would. especially when you combined it with the fact that Monti Ossenfort's a pretty damn good drafter, and all these guys seem to be ranked kind of closely. That's where I'm at. And I just trust this new regime, whatever way they want to go. On Monday, I will talk more about the players that I really like. I'm going to come out with like a top 5 list of who, or not really a list of players, but a top 5 scenario of what I want to see the Arizona Cardinals do in the draft. And the draft is coming here hot and heavy, guys.